You must do drugs.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So it was the old me, Mom.
Okay.
Things have changed.
Sorry, Mom.
How has this Eminem collab with you been?
I'm glad I got a second time to hang out with him because the first time I just completely made a fool of myself. There's still people that try to pull me in the lifestyle now because we once did crime together 20 years ago that I now owe you something because I'm successful.
So in Utah, inflation is so crazy. Is it true lemonade is $700?
The lemonade is expensive in Utah.
I can hear you in my head, in my bed when I'm dreaming. You try to be my friend, but you're blowing smoke. Hoping now I ain't scared of telling you where you can go. 'Cause I know you're nothing but a lie.
Give it up for Jelly Roll real quick, just as we kick this off.
Little baby jelly roll clap.
There we go. That's what I like.
Baby jelly roll clap. I like it.
Yeah, and Jelly Roll, you're kicking off the Beautifully Broken tour.
I am.
How has the start of that thing been for you? The new album, by the way, out October 11th. We're going to make it number one. You're going to go to jellyroll615.com.
Please.
Pre-order it. All proceeds are going to organizations for addiction, mental health.
Yes.
Incredible stuff. How's
Thank
the tour,
you.
man?
Unreal, man. We're 5 days in, and if this is going to look like this 51 more times, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's been that because every night I kind of keep waiting for a show to suck or pull up and nobody shows up. I'm still that guy, you know. And everywhere it's just been crazy. The first thing I seen, this is 4 o'clock this morning. I'm trying to pee. I'm wiping boogers out of my face. And it already said sold out back there. Welcome Jelly Roll and the Beautifully Broken tour. It's sold out. It's just cool, man. We're 5 in, 5 sold out in a row.
That's congrats. That's got to feel so nice. And did I see that there's a water feature on this show, on this tour?
You got to come see, man. You
Okay.
got to come see, man. I heard rumors there's lots of cool stuff that happens on this tour.
Because I did see a video. I wasn't sure a few years back. I don't know if you saw Disturbed accidentally set off the water alarm at the theater that they were at. So I was hoping.
Off a water alarm?
Yeah, the sprinkler system, you know, when the fire,
from
because they had
fire.
pyrotechnics and
Yes.
stuff. So I was hoping yours was intentional, but
No.
you'll find out if you come out to
Yeah,
the
right.
show.
Yeah, come out and see us, baby. I'm telling you, it's worth it. This was my first real arena tour, so I wanted to make sure that we showed people that we took it serious and we went the extra mile to try to put on a real show. That's for sure.
That's great. And I saw, so in Utah, inflation is so crazy. Is it true lemonade is $700 out there to buy now?
The lemonade is expensive in Utah.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and you never know what could happen after that. Like country star Jelly Roll rolling up to a lemonade stand in Utah. 3 kids had one of the moments of their life. Jelly Roll handed over nearly $700.
But speaking of which, there was a lemonade stand with some kids at it. You stopped by, made their day. What happened?
Man, it was cool. We were just driving by, and so I kind of have a rule in life that the golden rule, the old-fashioned treat as you'd like to be treated. And I have been guilty of setting up my daughter's first lemonade stand and like one person in the neighborhood coming by. And that's so just deflating to an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? You're trying to, but it's also you're teaching them something too. Like sometimes you work your ass off and don't get anything. But so every time I see one, we just stop. It's just kind of our rule. And everybody in the car, I didn't have no money for the record. I keep getting praised for the $700. I was broke. I was in the car like, we put all our money together. And they was like, how much do you got? I was like, nothing. How much do y'all got? And they was like, it sounds like we're putting our money together. I was like, that's what I meant. We're putting our money together. Drop a couple dollars in the lemonade stand as an adult. Swing by and be nice to those kids, man. It'll make their day. You might light a young entrepreneurial spirit in some kid.
And if there's the Jelly Roll tour coming near you, get your kids, set up a lemonade stand out front, because you have no idea who could show up.
That'll be the new hustle. There'll be 40 lemonade stands outside
Every
my
show
every day.
Instead of food vendors with the hot dogs.
I quit selling merch because it's just kids selling lemonade now.
Hey, you're paying it forward, man. But I was going to say, I caught you back in 2022 out in Anaheim. Incredible show. My 2 good friends, Jack and Alex, they're in your band.
Yes.
They brought.
You must do drugs.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So no. I know those boys from the Warped Tour days.
Oh, then you did drugs. Okay.
And
you might not do, but you have once.
It was the old me, Mom.
Okay.
Things have changed.
Sorry, Mom.
But it was incredible and absolutely amazing. It seems like 2022 was a wild year for you, where it really kicked off and just grew, and it's kept going.
It's been kind of unreal. 2022 was my first #1 at country radio. Technically 2023, right? Because it went January of 23. So 2022 was kind of son of a sinner. I felt like that was my real introduction to critical mass.
I'm just a long-haired son of a sinner, searching for new ways I can get gone. I'm a pedal to the highway. If you ever wonder why we ride
even then we were thinking about, we played the Gorge here with Eric Church last year, and then we played the Families. Oh no, it's the RV Park Inn, right? The RV Park, the RV Inn style resorts amphitheater with Eric. So even just to come back a year later to go from opening for Eric Church to headlining a sold out Moda Center is crazy.
So Warped Tour, back to that, because I remember when we used to go up to Canada, it was such a thing to where some of the guys would have to stay off the tour. They couldn't make it up to Canada with their previous records. And you're so open about your past and stuff you've been through. As you're a successful artist now whose job really requires you to travel around so much, what does kind of having a criminal record do in regards to your ability to do that to its fullest potential?
It definitely doesn't make it easier. We definitely hit a lot of roadblocks. Getting into Canada took a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of lawyers. And a Wayne Gretzky call at the end of it, I think. So just
the Hail Mary.
But so, you know, it's kind of been an uphill fight. But it's my thing is, I think that I'm in a really juxtaposition with it, because I know that when you commit a crime as heinous as I did, that you deserve to have to carry that for a long time to continue to realize how serious of an infraction you made. But also with me doing it since a juvenile and what I've done since then and how much I've changed my life and my spirit to try to help. So it's definitely not helping me, man. And Tennessee's got some really, really, really weird laws that are not in my favor.
When you do grow up in a place where maybe you're surrounded with drugs or crime, it seems like everything's stacked up against you, but you managed to push through that. And what kind of kept you moving forward? Were you ever threatened to be pulled back into that lifestyle once you decided, hey, I can't do this anymore? And how did you navigate beyond that?
Oh, dude, I still deal with that all the time. It's there's still people that try to pull me in the lifestyle now. Not even like in the way that they could get me to do anything criminal, but just in the fact that they try to make me carry the burdens of that. Oh, you knew me back then, or like I almost like because we once did crime together 20 years ago that I now owe you something because I'm successful. So it's so funny that stuff never really actually leaves you alone when you come from that kind of environment. You just get accustomed to it and try to shake it and move forward and do what's right, you know? Mm-hmm. But for me, it was just I say this all the time, but I knew very early that where I was isn't where I wanted to be. I just wasn't sure how I was going to get there, and I was willing to completely crash and burn on the way out. I always say I was a desperate, delusional dreamer, and the only things I regret were the things I did desperately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the delusional part ended up working in my favor, kind of. So
you've been doing a lot of really cool collabs lately that I have loved. Songs. One is with one of the oldest people I've met in this industry. He's not the oldest, but one of the first I met when I worked in this was Ronnie Radke.
Yes.
And you did the song All My Life.
Yes, I love Ronnie.
Dude, how was it writing with him? The music video, if you guys haven't seen the music video for All My Life, his music videos have been insane lately. This guy turns into a giant.
Yes,
It's a full-on country scene.
That's all Ronnie, too, man. I think that sometimes, like, Ronnie's such a personality, and he's so funny that people don't know when he's serious or not. And where Ronnie is for sure, I don't think Ronnie's serious hardly ever. He's kind of he's really got a good spirit. He kind of gets looked at wrong completely. It's all in jest for him. But he is serious when he's creating. And that's what drew me to Ronnie as an artist. Was I was drawn to the art before I knew anything about it. I met him as a person later. I didn't know anything about him until I met him, and he's been a great guy. But he is obsessive about stuff. Like, he will work on a song for months and months. Just one song. MGK is the same way. Mm-hmm. They will just pick them apart, change things, add things, take away, remix it, try it this way, try it that way. I mean, it was really fun to watch, man, and got a very, very good ear, very specific about what he wants. It was really cool to work with. I love working with guys that do it that way. I'm a very collaborative guy, so, like, I still write the Nashville way where, like, me, you, and him will grab a guitar and come up with some ideas. Like, Ronnie is, like, the maniacal mastermind that lives in his own little island and figures it out. You know what I'm saying? I love people that do it different than how I do it.
All my life I've up and I can't deny. I'm doing my best to get it together.
Hello, Nick Major here with the Spout podcast. We're going to be getting right back to my interview with the very talented, kind, inspiring Jelly Roll, whose song Get By the way, is this season's college football anthem. You like that? Of course you do, because we like sports. Yeah, I'm looking at all of you fantasy sports fans right now. We're going to talk about PrizePicks. That's PrizePicks, this fantastic app, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active users. And we love sports in America, so you know if they're #1, they're doing the thing right. It is so fun and easy, I need to say. Literally all that you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 players' stat projections and watch the winnings roll on in. Dinner's on me tonight. No, dinner's on you tonight, because you've been using PrizePicks. And PrizePicks is the only real money fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy in place. So if one of your players gets injured, God forbid, it's not going to happen, you are going to have such a good season. But if that were to happen, your lineup stays in play. You're good to go. If your player leaves before the halfway mark of a game and doesn't return, your picks are still live. They're looking out for you over at PrizePicks. And to kick off the upcoming football season with a bang, one Caleb Williams passing yard gets you 1 win on PrizePicks every week in the month of September. That is 4 weekends of just free W's. So this is the month to get into it, you guys. Not only because of that and the fact the football season is kicking off, but I'm here to make the deal even sweeter. You're going to download the PrizePicks app and use promo code SPOUT, SPOUT, and when you play $5, you will instantly receive $50. Again, that is SPOUT on PrizePicks. You play $5, you get $50. You get it. You do not win it. They are simply giving you $50. So go have some fun on PrizePicks, and let's get back to our interview with Jelly Roll.
Yeah, and you mentioned MGK, and the three of you took the stage a couple nights ago
Yes.
at a Falling in Reverse show.
And I fell forward.
You did fall and forward. I saw that. Hope you're doing okay from that.
No, I was fine.
But then
Thank you.
speaking of MGK as well, you guys did Lonely Road.
Yes.
And it was an homage to the John Denver track.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how did the collab between you guys come to be?
Lonely road, take me home to the place that we went wrong.
It was cool, man. We were leaving the Grammys, and we had just left my friend Lainey Wilson's party, and we were so happy for her because she had won. And then as soon as we got out of that room and we were going to the next bar, we had realized after we were so happy for her winning that we had lost. So we were like a couple of losers in the car then. And we were like, God, any other party we show up to now, we're just the losers. We were the losers without losing the Grammy, but now we're the double losers. And we ended up going to all these super weird, awkward LA parties. And there was 1 or 2 that were cool, but most of them were like super, like you see in the movies, like eyes wide shut, weird kind of shit. And we were in a car, so we were just, the cool thing was, it was almost like Harold and Kumar going to White Castle. No security, no entourage, just me and MGK at like, all the way till like 6 in the morning, just like grabbing burgers at Mel's. Like we're just out hanging in LA, like we're just kind of, venting. And we're playing each other's songs, and he kind of glosses by the first verse and hook of this song. And I go, yo, that was ballsy. You're going to flip to John Denver? He was like, dude, you like it? I was like, I think it's awesome. He's like, you want to get on it? I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm in. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm down. Yeah, because I hesitated. I was like, man, that's a John Denver record, But I love the flip on it. And I love the verses. I just love that. I heard the devil wear Prada, but I couldn't read the tags. And in true MGK fashion, I think I spent 40 hours in the studio with him working on this song.
Yeah.
In 4 different states. He's obsessive.
And then the music video, you got to bring Bunny in it. Megan was in it. So what was it like getting to bring the significant others together? Which I know I've seen Bunny in plenty of your stuff, I feel like.
For sure, and Megan's in plenty of his stuff. It's been really cool. The ladies are developing their own relationship, and me and MGK are really good friends. It's way deeper than just songs. I talk to this guy a lot, man. He's just a great guy. He's a good friend. He's the kind of guy that'll show up for you, He's a guy that'll fly across the country to pop out on your show. He's just one of those guys.
So you mentioned Lainey Wilson. You guys, you were also nominated for a Grammy with her, though. So let's not look past that.
Yeah, but she won the big one, though. So she totally forgot we lost one together. It was a week later before she's like, damn, I hate we lost that. I was like, you just realized we got fucked on one, huh?
But so the track Save Me, I mean, that thing has taken on such a life and such different variations. You did, of course, the solo version.
Somebody save me from myself.
Then you had Lainey on it.
I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me.
And then what was his name? Was it Eminem?
Yes.
Is that the guy? Okay. So that's the other guy who did it.
Another pill as I start to spiral. Message to my daughters, I don't even deserve the father title.
Eminem took that song, wrote this heartfelt, beautiful track to his daughter. You performed with him as well live. How has this Eminem collab with you been?
It's by far the most unreal thing that's happened in my career yet, where it's like there's probably 5 people on earth I'd meet that I would clearly be jittery around. It'd be like Garth Brooks, James Taylor, Bob Seger, Eminem, like people I grew up knowing every word of every song they've ever released.
Yeah.
So, and then even when he sent the record over and I got to hear it the first time, for me it was such a fan because it was like, I don't know it reminded me of like Mockingbird.
Little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Stiffen that up, pull it up, little lady. I told you, daddy's here to hold you through the night.
It reminded me of like Eminem Show M. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like that era of him, because the rest of the album kind of felt like earlier Slim Shady. But like these couple of songs, this and Temporary with my friend Skylar Gray.
And in time, I'll be fine. The tears are temporary.
Yeah. So Haley Jade, I wrote you this song to help you cope with life now that I'm gone.
They felt really nostalgic of that like deep Eminem, like Stan Eminem, like that Eminem that real storyteller, the Eminem that made you feel like you was in his living room with him and you knew his daughter and you knew the family struggles and you knew what he was going, you felt it, you know? And for that to be combined with the song that I think was my version of that, I feel like Save Me is kind of a peep into my soul. It's like it was a look into my soul.
Yeah.
It was a song that I just wrote with a friend of mine from high school. You know, for that to be the song that brought us together, I just think it was so serendipitous. It was maybe even divine.
Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in hell.
Yeah, I think Haley cried when she listened to that
Oh,
song.
dope.
So
I wondered what she thought about it.
Speaking of things I watched this past week, which I guess I'll say watched, but like I refuse to watch again. The Somebody Save Me music video is out. I watched it in entirety and I don't think I can do it again. I definitely cry.
yeah, I saw that. And so
Because it was deep, man. That video, people don't know this, but he showed me when we were sitting backstage for the video. That camcord footage is real. That's not a fix.
really?
That's not that wasn't a made up thing. Like he had years of this old footage from his drug addiction years that he had never even really properly went through just because he knew it was from those years. And like somewhere in the process of the album, I don't remember the exact story. I'm gonna let him tell it, but it was like he had either seen that video the day that he had wrote Save Me or like a couple of days after he had wrote Somebody Save Me. Somebody Saved Me for him. And so, I don't know, it was really deep, man. I mean, we spent a lot of time on that video set really hanging, man. That dude got really deep with me, and he's a great guy, man.
yeah, that's so exciting and such a full circle moment, I'm sure, for you, especially
dude.
growing up rapping and then
I'm
getting
glad
to
I
work
got
with
a
the guy.
second time to hang out with him because the first time I just completely made a fool of myself. I just did the nervous talk your face off kind of thing. Like I went to high school in Antioch. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. My daughter's 16. I was just like berating him with everything he could because, you know, he's kind of he's not as talkative as me. You know what I'm saying? So in general, so he was kind of quiet and we were just meeting each other. And every time it got quiet, I just started spitting fun facts about me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear a size 13 shoe. I like Jordans too. What size Jordans are those?
Just
It's
yelling
like,
out random
just
things.
weird. Just fucking. I had to apologize mid doing it. Like, man, I'm nervous. He was like, it's all good, dude.
So speaking of his daughter, your daughter Bailey,
Yes.
she's 16.
She is 16. She was with me last night in Seattle, man.
I
It was
saw-
really
that's-
cool. I had the
I was
whole
gonna
family.
say
We went to
that.
the Space Needle.
Oh, really?
Really cool.
That was great. I was born in Seattle. I lived there for 5 years, so I
Really?
don't know it well, but
Right.
I've heard of the Space Needle.
It is a big deal, man. It's
Yeah.
a big deal. You can see everything from there.
So as your career keeps going on, I know that back in 2015, I think with Bailey, you did the song Tears Could Talk.
Yes.
I wonder what they'd say.
Mama's got an addiction, but running for way too long. She been playing the same old game, and she hasn't been the same since I was little.
You guys gonna ever collab again? I think
Dude,
that's so great.
we've been working on one for this album. I'm hoping if it don't make the actual album, it'll make the deluxe later this year.
Mhm. So what's the state of the album currently? I think I saw on Spotify there's 15 songs, and I don't think there was names for anything other than the 3 that have been out. What do we have? We got Get By.
I might drink a little, I might smoke a lot, counting down the good times, staring down the clock.
I'm Not Okay.
Yeah.
I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. I'm I'm losing track of days, losing sleep at night.
Liar?
Liar will be on the record.
You ain't nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire. Yeah, you try to keep me down, try to put me underground, but I'm only going higher.
What can you say about the state of the album?
It's almost done.
Cool.
It's almost done. I think I'm going to add probably 7 songs to the track list now. I'm going to try to do 22.
So for one album?
Yeah, it's an angel number for us. It's my wife's birthday was on the 22nd. Her number is 22. I just think it feels right. Wow. And I did a really tight concept album last year with Wits at Chapel. And then I wrote 100 and something songs last year on the bus, just like I was just never felt more inspired. And we're working right now. We were writing last night and the night before last. So I'm still really working hard, man. I got a lot of music, man. I want to let it out. I want to flood and then kind of take a little time off.
Yeah, I think you'll deserve a little time off.
Or time to go international.
Yes,
sure.
which hopefully I'm hoping that's a smooth process.
I
being
hope
able
so
to
too,
get
Bubba.
you everywhere.
Back to our previous conversation. We got
Yeah,
a couple
back
of
to
things
topic
we've got to
one.
figure out.
So how long is this tour going on for?
We've got 51 more shows.
Oh my gosh. So that thing's going all over, but you're not in that van life anymore?
Nope, we got a nice bus.
You're in the bus. There's a bus
Sleeping
dog.
like a baby. We got a bus dog. My wife meets me in her bus on Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. A few days.
Well, I don't know. Today's Sunday.
It is. So
Yeah.
it'll be on Tuesday then, right? Tuesday, yep.
Oh, good. So the family's coming in. Bailey's at a stop.
Yep.
Bunny's coming down to a
My
stop.
brother, not just Bailey, my brother, 3 or 4 of my nieces, 5, 6 of my cousins. I mean, it was like 12, 15, 20 of us last night up at Space Needle. They all flew to Seattle.
So you have built such a fan base now. I see all these videos of so many people meeting you and being so excited, making their lives. And you know how important music is to people, but has there been a specific standout moment for you of meeting a fan that reminded you how important music is?
Oh, man, that's every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when you're just like, how I start my show is kind of emotional. I used to want to start my show with like a banger, like get them raging, you know. But man, the music's so honest. I was like, we should just open this tour with something real vulnerable. And man, it's hard to sing because it's a very well lit moment in the arena, and you can see everybody, and we're all crying together. But I'm trying to sing this song, first song of the night. You're the most cold. You know what I mean? It's kind of in hindsight, maybe I should have did something a little smoother to get into the show. But
Starting with the real waterworks. The
yeah,
tears
but you see
coming
it
down.
immediately, like as soon as you walk out, the impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome. It's so sick to see the videos and just the magnitude of what Jelly Roll is becoming. And after all these years, you're more inspired than ever, it seems like, to be writing
Yes.
songs.
Well, I'm getting to, I'm seeing the impact that the music's really having on people. This quit being about me a couple years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is well past being about me now. This is about, the 14,000 tickets we sold to the Moda Center the first week the tickets were available. You know what I mean? This is about those people that imagine that early knowing that I know what this show is.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing against any other artist, but I know what my show is. I know what my show does. I know who my show's for, and I know who my music is, and I know who it's for now. And man, it's just made me want to write more. Because now I'm hearing stories. I'm ingesting. I'm getting feelings. I'm feeling the emotions. I'm knowing how people are feeling and what's helping. Because it quit being about, now it's about purpose, right? Because in this really weird way, it quit even being about money. That is a, God blessed, a problem I'll probably never have. You know what I mean? So now it's truly about impact and purpose. I had to come at a fork in the road where you go, man, I've kind of got it. I could go hermit up right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could hole up right now and completely disappear. And I don't want to do that. Why else would I do this then? It's only to try to make shit that's going to help people.
And how does it feel to finally have that purpose? I know for so long you felt lost, especially in your younger years, not having a purpose. But now you do.
Oh, it feels great. God, it's the greatest feeling on earth. It's better than feeling happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Having purpose is way cooler than being happy. Because sometimes you can go out and be in your purpose and not feel, still feel a little shitty. But, you're in your purpose. Mm-hmm. It's a totally different feeling, man. It's one of the greatest feelings ever.
What are you most excited for about the new album?
Ooh, finishing it.
That's a
I'm
good
excited
starting
because,
point.
yeah, right, finishing it because I think I've always believed that you can find your biggest song. Save Me was the last song I wrote for that album.
Really?
Son of a Sinner was like one of the last 2 or 3 songs I wrote for the EP that Son of a Sinner ended up being on. So this last 3 weeks of crunch writing is sometimes where something really magical happens.
Now, my final question for you, 100 years from now, with all the songs you have out now, what is one song that you would want people to remember or know in the next generation?
Ooh, I hope I haven't wrote it yet.
Okay.
but if I have, I hope it saved me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams.
I think Save Me or Son of a Sinner probably speak volumes to what I do the most.
That's awesome. Well, Beautifully Broken. It is dropping October
11th. The 11th of October, baby. We're
And
coming early in the fall.
We're all heading to jellyroll615.com to pre-order it from there because all the proceeds, again, they're going to organizations for mental health, for addiction. You're always looking out for those struggling, those who are unheard, those who could really use an inspiration. So thanks for doing that. And I'm coming to the show tonight, and now I can fanboy. Oh, my God, I'm so excited to come to your
Yes!
show tonight,
Thank
dude.
you.
I cannot wait
It's gonna
to
be
see
fun.
it. It's going to be a blast. But give it up for Jelly Roll, guys, all right? Beautifully Broken, October 11th.
I'm only one, but I'm only one call away from home. Look at somewhere in the middle, and I guess I'm just a little screaming. Yes, baby. Thank y'all for making that my first